Hello everyone and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another Game of Thrones: The Card Game 2nd Edition video for you. This time we are in round 2 of the Swiss from Mr. Nice Guy's Games in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. On the left we have Charlie, on the right we have David. And this is the 2016 Pennsylvania Regional. And it looks like on the left we have a Targaryen Banner of the Lion. On the right we have a Martell Fealty. The same Martell Fealty we actually saw in the first round video. So if you haven't seen that, go back and watch that, because we are in round 2 now. And it looks like the Targaryen setup is pretty juicy. He has a duped Rhaegal. Ser Jorah Mormont, it looks like he's got a Widow's Wail attached to him, which most likely will go back to hand after Ser Jorah leaves play at some point, either due to claim or his sacrifice ability. It looks like we got a copy of the Tickler and Illyrio's Estate for some economy. So that is a pretty insane setup in my opinion. Even if it was hit by first snow, you still got Rhaegal out there with the dupe. It's not completely horrible for that, but yeah, that is a good setup. So you got 6 cards there. That's good stuff. And then on the right we have Tyene, a Bastard Daughter, and a Blood Orange Grove, which is not too bad. 3 cards. I think it's a pretty good setup. 3 cards. You got a big dude out there already, and he spent his $8, and he's got his economy reducer also, and he also has fealty to reduce.
Right. Yep.
So in the plots, we do have a first snow winner flipped on the Martell side, and to a noble cause on the Targaryen side. So he was looking to hit that juicy setup as hard as he can, but it'll send that Bastard Daughter back to hand on his side. That's not too bad, I guess. But you'll have Tyene out there in Rhaegal. That Widow's Wail will go back to hand also, so he doesn't lose all the cards. He'll be able to play that Widow's Wail back out in the challenges phase, so that is not bad.
Marshall?
Okay, it looks like the Targaryen player is going first. He's laid out another Illyrio's Estate to help his economy. We can see he's got a Khal Drogo in hand there. But he is in a pickle because he cannot put down anything 3 cost or less, because it will go back at the start of the challenges phase due to first snow being played by his opponent. So it definitely limits your options. So you have to play something 4 cost or higher, and hopefully you've seen something 4 cost or higher at that point in the game. But he did see Khal Drogo, so he did decide to marshal him. He is a lord, so his minus 2 off of noble cause. So not a complete loss on the plot. Definitely not the start he wanted, that's for sure. It does slow this opponent down, and it was a great first snow play, I think, but we'll see what he can marshal. Having 1 economy location, fealty, and 3 gold. And we have Khal Drogo on the other side of the board going first, and if Rhaegal sticks around, you have a 2nd military icon, so you could be dealing with 2 military coming at you on the first round, and I bet the Martell player is probably regretting that first snow at this point, because he definitely doesn't have enough gold to bounce in like a Hota to negate one of the challenges. And he's going second, so unless he can keep Tyene alive somehow with a dupe, I think she's gonna die and not be able to do her poison token on Khal Drogo, which I'm sure he wants to do. Oh, he does have a King's Road, so that could change who we see here. And he's knelt his Blood Orange Grove. Oh, to get out Nymeria, okay. That's not bad. He can actually steal a military icon here and prevent one of the military challenges. So Tyene might live to kill Khal Drogo.
Sacrifice the dupe.
So we saw the Rhaegal dupe go away to keep him in play, and the rest of the cards go back to hand, leaving Khal Drogo and Rhaegal out, just like we thought, against Tyene and Nymeria. So if he steals the military icon from Khal Drogo, he should be able to block the Rhaegal military challenge and come out of this without losing any characters. But seeing Khal Drogo early in the game with some other military icons on the board is always scary when I see it across the board for me, because you just got to look down and it's like, do you have enough to handle that onslaught of military challenges? And best case, you're kneeling a bunch of stuff to block it, and he's just making you kneel out your board.
Take Rhaegal's military.
Okay.
So he took Rhaegal's. No, maybe he's changing his mind here. It's like he's thinking about it. So we got a Burnman jumping in here on the Targaryen side.
Military for 2.
So everything I said about stealing the military icon kind of didn't matter, but I'm not sure why I stole Rhaegal's. You want to leave Rhaegal with the military icon, so he feels forced to use him instead of keeping him standing, and that dollar there for a Dracarys possibility. Which, if he does have a Dracarys, I think that Martell player is in serious trouble. So he's done a military with 2 here. And David's debating whether or not to defend with Nymeria. I think he has to.
The block.
But that Widow's Wail. That Widow's Wail is hiding in hand. He knows it. He knows it. And he knows he'll just lose the challenge.
Okay.
Oh, but he goes unopposed. And he uses Vengeance for Elia, using Fealty and his 1 gold he had left, to force Charlie to take the claim. And he kills the Burnman. I'm not sure if he changed his mind and took the military icon off of Khal Drogo. No, he did not, because here comes a military for 5 with Khal Drogo. See, I think that was a misplay. He should have took the military icon off of Khal Drogo and then used Nymeria's 4 strength to just defend Rhaegal. I think that was a big play mistake. But with the Widow's Wail, does it really matter, I guess?
Dracarys and Nymeria.
Well, I guess, yeah, with the Dracarys, never mind. You can't attach Dracarys to the dragon. There's no attachments. But there's that Dracarys to burn Nymeria to the ground using the dragon. And the gold he had remaining. And then it kills Tyene, and we have a board wipe, which is... It happens when Khal Drogo hits the board early like that on a small board. So that first Snow Winter definitely biting the Martell player in the ass there. And Charlie playing well around it.
I have to discard.
He had lots of options in hand with the Dracarys, the Widow's Wail, the Burnmen, to get around the shenanigans of the Martell player and really make that first snow hurt.
There's not much you could do, because if you defended, you were getting the Dracarys if you defended.
I know. No matter what.
And then I was going to Drogo next anyway. And if you didn't defend at all, Tyne was getting the Dracarys when she attacked.
So Charlie just telling David it was going to go downhill either way. He would have a board wipe no matter what. So there's no way he could have got out of it. Sprinkling some salt in the wounds there.
Discard.
So at this tournament we had, I believe, 46 players, I think it was. So we have, I think, 6 rounds of Swiss coming up. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Be notified when those go live. Then we cut to a top 8, so more regionals coverage coming from this series. And after this, we have a regional from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, the Quebec regional. I got some games recorded from there. So I'll have those coming up after. And I should have some coverage from Gen Con, which I'm recording from my hotel before Gen Con, the day before here.
Your pick.
So yeah, I might sound a little tired, and I apologize for that. But we got plots flipped here. We have close call flipped on the Targaryen side into march to the wall on the Martell side. So Rhaegal is going to be marched. Obviously, no one gets hit by the march on the Martell player side. And close call does nothing. I don't know if he drew a card. I'm not sure if close call. I don't think you can draw a card if there is nobody to move from your dead pile. Because I think the way it's worded, it's you got to move the guy, then draw a card if there's no winter plot, or if there's something like that. So I didn't catch if you drew or not, but I noticed some players are drawing, and I'm not sure if you can. I don't think you're supposed to unless you have somebody to move. But if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below and correct me on that, or let me know if I'm right, I guess. But I think you have to move a character from the dead pile to satisfy the first part of the effect to then draw a card. I don't have it in front of me right now to verify that. So we got a dupe Ser Jorah Mormont out there. Tickler's back. And the Martell player is now. He's a little worried. He's got to put some stuff out there to be hit by the military claim, because now he's just gonna have to deal with the normal Targaryen Banner of the Lion pain train of just multiple militaries, and you just got to handle that. And Vengeance for Ilya is good for that, but he's already burned through one. Has he seen another? Will he have the economy to play another? So he's got a Rosewood out now. He's played a Desert Scavenger, some more economy, and also something to die. But there's that milk. There's a way to stop a bit of the onslaught, so that'll help out this turn. Only have to deal with one military challenge. There's no Viserys out there to leave play and discard that attachment yet. But I'm sure he's coming. This is a popular card to play in Targaryen decks. And there's a Bastard Daughter, another way to punish the Targaryen player from hitting those military challenges, help empty his hand a bit. But still does have quite a hand, so it shouldn't hurt him too much. And there's a copy of Gashed in Grey. Really the only target on the board is Khal Drogo, really, but you don't want to do it because he's got a milk on him. But eventually Miri or Mountain or Dany will come on the board, and that Gash and Gray's there just to keep them at bay. So the Martell player gets some tools out there, I guess, to kind of help him out a little, but he didn't get any characters out of significance, and his Tyene and Nymeria are already dead. So he probably doesn't have much else in the way of high-cost characters to help him pull back into this game, unfortunately. But we will see. Martell does have the tricks. So there's a military challenge of Khal Drogo killing the Bastard Daughter, grabbing a card at random. And it's a copy of Drogon.
Intrigue.
And we got an intrigue with Ser Jorah Mormont. We'll go unopposed, obviously. And there's a Tears of Lys.
His renown.
That's not good.
And his betrayal token.
What does the tickler do with the card if I kneel up? If it's the
Kneel.
same card, you kill him?
I kneel the tickler, you discard a top card, and then you choose one copy of that card and discard it from play.
Okay.
So it has to be the same exact card. So if I get a Rose Road, I can discard a Rose Road. You have no power, correct?
Yeah, so Charlie realizing here he's got no power, so if he does the Hound, it'll be unopposed. He's got to send him back to hand and pay for him again. He looks at his hand. Yep, he does take him back. And there's no power to grab.
Dominance.
On to you.
His action.
And we got dominance gained by the Targaryen player. And there's a copy of Arrow Hota hitting the discard pile due to a tickler pillage. Fake pillage, I guess. Yeah, looking at these boards, it's a little scary. I'm not sure what this Martell player is going to have to get back in this, but
No. Hopefully it just never happens.
have to see.
Toshi?
Toshi.
So trading with Bentoshi, he's getting some economy to the Martell player, so he might have that gold might help him out. But he's got the long plan, which I guess is great to see trading with Bentoshi to give you some extra gold. Because even if you can't spend it, at least you can hold on to it till the next round. But seeing your opponent play trading with Bentoshi when you're already pretty down in board position is a little scary because, you know, somebody else big usually or a couple medium weight characters are going to hit the board at least, and you're going to be in trouble.
Okay, one. King's Road.
And a King's Road to boot.
Oh, Jesus.
So just more economy. That's all he needs.
Back to three. Three more. Jamie.
And there's Sir Jamie, some more renown and military to help speed him up, get him closer to that win. And he just needs to get that attachment off Khal Drogo to get that whole Smash Bros combo working. Jamie being able to do 2 military challenges without kneeling. We got some Littlefinger to help him draw some cards. There's a dupe on Khal Drogo. So just everything is flowing for this Targaryen deck right now.
That's you.
And it's no Miri, no Danny, or no Mountain, but Jamie is still a good call. Great card to have on the board. And Littlefinger's not too shabby. Some good intrigue for this deck, and that economy does not hurt either.
I'm going to check my phone after this game because it keeps blowing up, but I don't want to be on my phone during the middle of the game.
So we got a copy of Arion in play on the Martell side. No military icons to be seen yet. Now, I don't think these Targaryen line decks run treachery. I mean, they could. They have the unique Lannisters usually, and with the Tickler, that helps. But if he does have treachery, that Gash and Grey is doing nothing for the Martell player. But if he doesn't, it's basically there to stop Jamie from going wild. We have a copy of Knights of the Sun put into play, but we're only on plot 3, so they don't kick in till next round to give them renown. And it looks like a copy of a Tainted on Littlefinger to get rid of that intrigue icon.
Ambush in the Widow's
So we just got a Widow's Will ambushed in on Sir Jamie Lannister.
military.
Guess he's thinking about using Jamie and doesn't care. Maybe using him on defense. Just to gain renown that way. It's not a bad idea. But if he wants to use him on offense, he's going to get smacked back to hand with that Cash and Grey, and I guess the Widow's Will is not a bad idea since it's going to go back to hand with Jamie.
Block. 4. And lose.
Okay.
Looks like we got a military challenge there with Jamie. Knights of the Sun blocked and opposed. They'll gain a buck from long plan. Gash and Grey is going to pop off and send Jamie back to hand with the Rose
Back
Will.
to hand, right?
And the Desert Scavenger will be killed for claim. So we got an intrigue challenge with Sir Jorah Mormont. He has Arion to block, but he could pop something in with Arion. He'll oppose it. It looks like lose it. And get some gold from the long plane if your members here. There it is, another gold gained.
Claim. Actually, my course direction is that.
So he's got 2 cards here. I think he's debating on playing a Vengeance, but he gets hit and loses a copy of the Knights of the Sun.
And then I would do power with Littlefinger.
And Littlefinger's going to come in with a power challenge. And that'll go unopposed. No power of steel, so he just gains 1. Grabs another gold for the long play and losing a 3rd challenge.
Yeah, we're going right. It's your challenge.
I'm in.
Okay.
So it's challenges the Martell player, does nothing. Vengeance Fealty gets tickled off the top of the deck. He still kept the Knights of the Sun in hand. I'm sure it would have jumped in from Arion, but looks like that was his only character. That was legal to jump in. Dominance going to the Targaryens. And the Martell player just checking his dead pile there, so maybe he's holding on to a unique card, or he's about to play summons and search for a character and just wanted to remind himself
Being able
of
to get Drogo
what he
down
can grab and what he can't grab.
saved it, because I think Tyne and Nymeria would have killed me. Being able to do the 2 military challenge.
Yep. There's like a Vengeance to 1, but then you just Dragon the other. It's just... Right?
Yep.
Coppers.
So March to the Wall played on the Targaryen side into counting coppers on the Martell side.
I'll go first.
Looks like copy of the Tickler and Knights of the Sun will be marched. Targaryen player's going to desperately draw cards here. But only 2 gold on his plot, plus a Rose Road and the Blood Orange Grove and the Fealty. Might not be enough economy to really get a board going here. But he does have the gold from the long plane, actually, so we'll see.
One for King's Road.
And another King's Road seen by the Targaryen player, so no shortage of economy on the Targaryen side, that's for sure.
3 more. Jamie.
And Jamie's back, duplicate.
Done?
Yeah.
3 from that, 2 from the plot, 1 from this, 6 total.
So 6 gold for the Martell player, plus his Blood Orange Grove and Fealty. Effectively 8 economy here. Let's see what he can do with it. So it does have a loyal card. He's kneeling Fealty there. It's another copy of Gaston Grey. And you see Charlie drop his head there in disappointment. You can tell he just wants to close this thing out, rush to the win, but the Martell player slowing him down here. There's a copy of Arion out there to duplicate her. So to weather the storm of military claim and then keep her on the board to be able to use her effect.
6.
And a copy of Quentin Martell.
So you're second player, so he has stealth and 5 strength.
It's just heard Charlie say Quentin does have stealth and +1 strength due to David being the second player.
Challenges.
To you.
Military for 5.
So we got a military challenge here with Khal Drogo coming in. Charlie's not playing confiscation since he didn't take away that milk of the poppy yet.
Put it on post. For 5. You're gonna lose. You have any reactions?
No.
I'm gonna choose him as the claim and kill. Oh wait, is he duped?
Yes.
So it looks like he's debating killing Quentin for claim,
Littlefinger.
and he was going to try to kill Ser Jorah, and then just realized he was
Alright,
duped.
I'll do Littlefinger. Actually, no, I'll just go. I'll just do this.
But he realized he has an Arion dupe that he should claim instead, and does it. Which I think is a smarter play. Gotta try to build up a board presence here. We'll do all these funny tricks, thin your board out.
That's my plan.
Intrigue.
So now we have an intrigue here with an attainted Littlefinger. I'm not sure how he's doing that since he has no intrigue icon. Let's see if the players catch that. No, they don't. Arion goes in for the defense. And there goes a copy of Quentin Martell to the discard pile for intrigue claim.
I'm not challenged. I will ambush the
It
Widow's
looks
Wail.
like Widow's Wail is coming in on Jamie
You take
for defense. He's going to pass over to the Martell player. Passes for Dom. And dominance again goes to the Targaryen player. Maybe he's trying to get down under his taxation reserve there for that Widow's Wail.
Just being able to neuter freaking trope.
So for plots, we have close call flipped on the Martell side. Not sure why he waited so long on that one, but into calling the banners played on the
2 gold for me.
Targaryen side. It's going to get him 2 gold. Maybe he was waiting to see if he drew any of the other uniques before deciding which one to move out of Tyene and Nymeria. But he's moving Tyene. See, the fact he's taking his time on that makes me think he hasn't seen either of them yet. But he's hoping for Tyene.
Draw.
And knowing his luck this game, he probably just top decked Nymeria.
My martial rate. So I get 3 plus 1 from the Littlefinger. So 4. And 5, 6.
So looks like Targaryen's going first again. I'm not sure. He keeps choosing himself to go first. I'm not sure why he's doing that. I think he needs to let his opponent go first, let an unopposed challenge or 2 go through, so that he can get some power on his house card to then speed up on his turn in challenges when he goes second, to then grab some power faster. But when you keep going first, kneeling out your board, you're not really going as fast when you can't grab any power from your opponent's house card. So Miri was put on the board with a duplicate and passed over to the Martells for marshalling, and without any hesitation, David threw an attainted and a condemned onto Miri to take both her icons away.
That's what you basically do.
Without even thinking, it's like they were just waiting there in his hand for her specifically. And there's a copy of Dornish Paramore. I haven't seen her in a while, but she's able to,
You can choose my defense.
when she's attacking, pull the character, if able, into an intrigue challenge. That character has to be standing and have an intrigue icon. And they can be forced to come in as a defender after the action window before declaring defenders.
You have what now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Military?
So we got a military with Jaime Lannister with the Widow's Wail on him to start. So he's 7 strength, staring at that Gaston Grey across the board. 2 gold on the Martell's house card there. So Vengeance for Elia is a possibility. He only has 1 card in hand, so it could be that one. So we decide to block with Quentin. Stop the unopposed, 5 strength. So he's going to kill Quentin. Probably just try to kill Littlefinger, I would think. Get that attainted back to hand. Throw it out on maybe Jamie next round. Or maybe Miri if her intrigue icon, if her tainted gets removed somehow. But I don't think he's running confiscation like I said, but I think if Viserys comes out, he's going to remove that Milk of the Poppy on Khal Drogo. I think that's more important for him right now. At this point, he just needs to get that renown back on Drogo, get the 2 military challenges going to fuel the Jaime and Drogo rush there for the renown, rather than Miri. I don't think Miri's as important right now.
Kill Littlefinger.
And there it is. Quentin gets triggered to kill Littlefinger, gets that attainted back to hand. Gaston Grey's going to pop Jaime Lannister back. He's going to lose that attachment. The Widow's Wail is going to go back to hand with Jaime. Maybe he can grab Jaime out of hand on that intrigue challenge would be nice.
Power.
So we got a power hot here with Khal Drogo. 5 strength. Just goes unopposed, gets a single power for the unopposed, but like I said, none to claim off the house card there. And I'm not sure the power total right now on the Targaryen side. I'm not sure how much he's putting in those stacks, but it's hard to tell.
The end of my challenges.
Looks like he's got 5 in the first stack, maybe 4 or 5 in the second stack. Couple on Jorah. So he's at 12 or 13.
Intrigue. Declare Jorah has to defend.
So we got the Dornish Paramour forcing Jorah to go in on the intrigue challenge. It's kind of funny. Jorah's 1 betrayal token away, so it's going to sack him to get rid of that power and reduce the total of the Targaryen player.
No, you win.
I win.
Yes.
His force reaction is get a 3rd. I have to immediately sacrifice.
Yep.
And there goes the sacrifice on Jorah. So now we just got Miri and Khal Drogo out there.
The comeback trailer.
I bet he's wishing he saved that march to the wall right now. And there, he let an unopposed power go through. So now we got some power on the Martell house card.
Thanks, Miri, for doing so.
So it's either the start of a comeback or the acceleration of the Targaryen win there by getting that power. Looks like Targaryen's at 11 power, I believe, to 2 on the Martell side. And we have weapons at the door played on the Targaryen side into Calling the Banners played on the Martell side. So all the attachments are going to return back to hand at the start of the challenges phase, which is a little scary. So he does have attachment control, and I guess he was just waiting for that Martell player to play out more attachments, which he did. So now there's 3 attachments out there that are going to go back to hand, including that Milk of the Poppy on Khal Drogo, which is going to turn him on and get the renown going, which is going to be a little scary. So we got David just realizing that the Attainment in his hand and possibly other attachments, there's probably no point in playing those since they're just going to come back to hand anyway. He needs some characters on the board. That's what he needs.
My marshal.
Or something with Arion to bounce in to block, possibly. There's a dupe copy of the Hound marshaled in for the Targaryens.
Your marshal.
So it looks like Targaryen's going first. That's his marshalling, passed over to the Martells. You got 2 gold first calling the banners. Gains 4 more. 5 more should be. 3 from the plot, 2 from the Rose Roads. So he's got some economy. Let's see what he can play here.
Neil.
Another Dornish Paramour. Probably not what he's looking for. A lot of trouble here getting military icons on the table.
Yeah.
So the attachments are going back to hand. Including that milk. So relieving that attachment pressure for 1 round here, and it may be enough to close it out.
Board wipe.
Let's see. So
Military.
we got a military here with the Hound. 6 strength. If he wins, he can be saved to stay out there because he does have the duplicate. So we'll go unopposed. Dornish Paramore gets claimed.
Military again?
Not sure why he just discarded a copy of Khal Drogo.
Opposed. For now.
So there goes military with Khal Drogo, second one, to get a renown and an unopposed. And we got a power with Miri. And he's not going to replace the claim, obviously, and just take the power. And it looks like that's it. He closes out with 15. They're going to shake hands. And congrats to Charlie for winning his second round match here at the Pennsylvania Regional. So stay tuned. We got more matches from each of the rounds coming up, including the top 8. So make sure you subscribe to be notified when those go up. And if you'd like to support the channel and help us out here, you can go to patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. The link is in the description below. You can donate as little as $1 a month to help the channel out, or you can donate nothing. I'm happy either way. You can keep watching for free. I'm cool with that. But thanks to all those who support the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot.